So good morning. I'm here in actually Port Townsend, Washington, and this is a she shed, and it holds. I've given a talk on sacred space recently from here, and it holds the touchstones for things that have meaning and beauty for me in life, and so I immediately feel comfortable when I come and I sit here. It's my space. And today's meditation is about being present absolutely with your consciousness, not being on automatic. And so often we've been trained to have patterns to keep ourselves safe, to create safety, to create resources, and for everything. And we really don't allow ourselves to be awake in every moment. Well, you can't do everything at once. It's like multi-tracking, which women are good at. But if you create a sacred space, everything is set and you're safe the minute you're there. That's the beauty of sacred space. And that's why I'm bringing it up, and that's why I'm doing it from here today. Because when everything is safe, you can go off automatic. Automatic is our primal brain system saying, "Whoo, you need to watch this environment and juggle everything and make sure you get what you need and you're safe." So the minute I sit in my sacred space, I'm safe to expand into the bigger consciousness and to commune with spirit and get answers and also get the next best step. So I had something funny happen to me this week, talking about being on automatic and patterns. I was in the washroom, and you know how you take out a shirt and it'll stay really wrinkled. You got to take it out of that dryer. If it's a nice shirt and you don't want to be wrinkled, I should talk. And I always reach up and put it on the hanger real quick. Oh, there was no hangers. Okay, I took two shirts. I went in the closet. I put them on the hangers. And I said, now I'm going to go take these back in the washroom. You're laughing because you know what I'm doing. In the washroom and hang them up until it's time to take them back in the closet. So I was standing there in the closet with two shirts on the hangers, and I started laughing so hard. I said, that loop, that pattern of them hanging there until I have the moment that I move them. And it actually, I could feel the muscle in my brain working. Should I take them back and hang them in the washroom? What would be the benefits and positive of that? Or I actually am in our closet. Here's his, and I could hang his here. So it was like going against the flow. I hung his shirt up right where it would go, and I hung mine up, and I go, I just saved time and energy. But that wasn't it. I broke up a pattern because I was conscious in that moment. Do you realize how often we go through our day and we're thinking about something else? I could have put them on there and taken them back up there because that's what I usually do. It's like the joke of the woman trying to get out of the house. And she takes the dog biscuit and tries to put it on her ear and throws her earring to the dog as she leaves. She's thinking about work already. So how much of your life is automatic? Think of all the unconscious and conscious energy that is stuck like glue for you to be in that pattern. And it sticks your thoughts. And your thoughts are your attention particles to create your reality. So most, maybe 80% of what we do is on automatic, and it's based on old principles of being and staying safe and deciding how to move forward. So the whole idea of meditation is to create a off button. So we think, our ego tells us, well, what if you're off all the time? How are you going to be safe out in the world? How are you going to navigate things? Well, guess what? If you don't have all those particles of your brain stuck in the past in fear, provide, protect, it's not safe, what do they want? If you're just totally present, you dance with life. You easily think of the next best thing because you don't have your pattern of like, I always hang shirts up high and then they go to the closet later. It's such a small thing, but it was so big. So I could tell you I could ask you, what are the 1,000 ways that you have pre-programmed yourself to not be present? But why waste that energy? Let's jump right in and go to the state of pure presence where we become this light. And we love that state. Why do we pop out of it at the end of the meditation? We might rest for a few minutes and then we go back out. All the patterning goes and all the triggers and everything because of habit. So because everything is about intention, today we're going to ask and intend that we pull the plugs on our habit, that we be like a child, like a visitor in a foreign land who looks around saying, look at how people do things. Look at how I used to do things, with a sense of curiosity, because you've woken. You are awake. You are enlightened to the true reality of this moment and your ability to recalibrate it, re-register to what is more benevolent and more joyful for you, which will plug into the bigger grid for a nicer, new human experience for everyone. Okay, let's take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth as we begin to let go of our thinking. The moment I stop my thinking, I hear all the birds in the trees. Go ahead and shut your eyes, because 80% of all these prompts for safety, which are fear-based, come from visual stimulation. So shut your eyes. And because humans like to know what's next, if you're not quite comfortable in this nothing state, which believe me, in the future, you will love it. And you can't imagine why. You held so long and so hard on to having to think about something. Let's be thoughtless. And let's direct your energies, your heart, to your heart, your thoughts. Guide any thought and put it in your heart and become thoughtless. Just let go. Just move into your heart, which your heart is expansive. As I said that, all the birds stopped singing. Every single one has come to this still point. Come right to that inner diamond in your heart. It is your satellite receivership system for connecting with spirit and with source, with your creator. Feel the stillness. Not one bird has chirped. In this moment, all is well. We are in the eternal presence, the stillness of perfect balance, where all is healed and open and relaxed. So as we are asking and intending to set a sacred space, we call in all of the spirit guides, who in this moment are also holding a blessed field of grace through stillness, witnessing and holding this feeling of floating, but actually very connected and grounded to all that is, in a perfected geometrical inclusion. You are included. You have ended the separation of divine alignment. You are sharing the oneness of all that is in this moment through your heart. And notice how it feels. Safe, peaceful, calm, good. It feels good. So we ask and intend that we set our neurological, our brain, our spinal cord, all of our nervous system to this harmonic frequency pattern now. We see a domino effect of old synapses, old patterning, old triggers kind of just unplugging. No longer operational. And the pulse and the light and the spaciousness is replacing the old density and tightness. And now there is room to breathe. All the fires and potential fires and expected fires are out. There is the blessed neutrality. There is a blessed neutrality and spaciousness and calm. And take a nice deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And feel that your heart is synchronizing with the heart of every single 0 point and node on this earth grid, on the galactic grid, infused and interwoven into the universal grid. All is open and all is flowing. And within your heart, imagine this super highway, lacy-like crystalline system is there present within your own energetic field. And in this moment, you are awake as it reveals itself to you. How you have always been connected, but your ego has kept a veil over this truth and reality that all is available for you to know. All is available for you to see. All is available for you to commune with in the harmonic excellence of the divine grid that weaves all of it together. This is the captain's chair or the queen's chair. And as you learn to access and see, it's a control panel. It is the dashboard of your existence. And this is why we meditate, to come to the still point, to turn off our earth limitations and the ego protections and veils, and to see heaven, earth, anything is available at all times. So just take all of this in. And in your heart, imagine, as I often do, that you're creating a chair. So you're in repose. And when you still your mind, when you have stopped your beta, your theta, and your alpha frequency waves within your neurological system, and you come to that 0 point, you can access the super highway and go up into the frequency fields of the angelic realms, spiritual masters, galactic realms, on to source. But you can't get over there when you're thinking, when you're in your personality thinking. And most thinking, as we said, is protection, 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 provide. This is a time for those who are ready to be awake to this dashboard. Well, it's inevitable. Eventually, all humans will go through these stages of evolution. But you, my friends, if you're listening, you are a revolutionary being who things are popping through, that you're having these glimpses. You can sing a certain note. The lights change. You can remove someone's anger from their liver. You had experiences of knowing what someone else is thinking. That's because you've touched into the dashboard that was available all along, that the authorities that be a long time ago said this is too much power for individuals to have, so we'll give them a new story of reality. This is your birthright. If you're listening to this, you're here to discover it for yourself, to master it and spend time with it, and to be glowing and growing in such a way, not to scare people with it, because it's pretty scary for most people living behind the veil, but to demonstrate the benefits that living in co-creation at the dashboard, your own divine dashboard within your heart, when you're out of your mind and you're thoughtless and you're in the truth of the actual reality of the universe, people will see the benefits of that, and they'll say, how are you doing that? And you're going to step out and you're going to say, people need to learn this. How can I bring the words? How can I dance around their veil? How can I not scare them? Oh, thank goodness people are opening more. It's not so woo-woo anymore. There's so many little levels and layers that we need to go through, like an orchestra conductor trying to get the ones who sing flat or can't quite master their instrument. But eventually, where we're going is all humans on earth will be a symphonic orchestra. Imagine the orchestra, everyone playing in tune and feeling as one, pulsing, moving through ecstatic, glorious music of benevolence and oneness. This is where we're headed, and this is why you have been having little glimpses, little breakthroughs, so that you can see you are taking the planet by individuals you'll be serving from the little glimpses into full mastery. And so you're going through it first. You're the template. You're the surrogate. You're the example. So I'm saying all this to give more stretching time, because I want you to feel it. We just did our ask and intend, which is our magic wand, and said, we ask and intend to release our old neurological ego-based programming and to set our new headquarters into this crystalline, fractalized, gyroscoping, 0 point dashboard seat of our own sovereign authority as an incarnated human in this body here now, to override the old systems and to embody it and let it stream through. And we want it to be deep. We want it to go into all of our physical cellular structures to release old neurological programming and triggers and issues. To help our thinking soften and move aside and actually be the servant and the helper to the new dashboard. Let our logical systems, let our ego step in healthy ways when we need to stand up and do a speech, whatever. But this is the new guidance system of absolute truth. Now, the thing about it is to acknowledge it might not be comfortable to walk through the earth with an operational dashboard and still witness so many people in low vibrational ruts. But we signed up for this and we just send them love. We don't try to fix everybody until they ask us, until they see us shining. We don't have time to be in codependent relationships or to really our own ego, gee, I'm helping this person who needs help. This is the time for us to be at our dashboard, bringing through new vibrations, assessing what is needed, and delivering it through the frequencies of our megaphone, our voice, or our writing, or our artwork. Just let this sink in. Take a nice deep breath, let it permeate. Your emotions are happier. They're relieved. You're out of the old cyclic triggering patterning. So I started today's meditation talking about breaking up old patterns so that we could be present. And Spirit has guided us for this visualization. So we ask and intend to integrate this into all levels of our being. Our unconscious, our conscious being, so that moving forward from this moment, it is assimilated and integrated, and our new operational system is here in our heart. The energetic heart of all. All that means, heart. The home. Our heart is our home. So take a nice deep breath and just feel that radiating out. This is actually what the search for the Holy Grail is all about. The Holy Grail is filling the human heart with divine frequencies and letting it just overflow so that those with eyes to see, ears to hear, can receive it through you. You are the change agent. You are the Holy Grail. You hold it within when you choose to hold your divine aligned dashboard and let that be the system that informs every decision, every move of the day. So you're not on automatic. You're on conscious, joyful, spirit-guided flow. No matter what's happening out there, people are unhappy, systems are dissolving, anything that's not in divine alignment kind of needs to fall. You're not a band-aid person at this point. You're to glow and to hold the harmonic frequency of truth, beauty, love, goodness. And as you expand, and as you get really good at the console of your divine dashboard, omniscience, expanding to all the 0 points. Think about that. That'll be another meditation. Omnipotence, the ability to have your thoughts form reality instantaneously. And omniscience, omnipotence, always forget the third one. Okay, that'll be next week too. But the 7 principles that we master to become full operational beings with our energetic dashboard. So just take a breath. Keep thinking omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. There they are. To move your presence where it needs to go. Omniscience, to hold your energy field into all nodes at once. And omnipotence, to use the power of focus and consciousness for changing vibrational patterns. And everything's vibrational. Everything is up for movement. You are co-creating with Source for the benefit of all. So take a nice deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth, and there's nothing more to say. It's your choice. So we ask every single being listening to this or in the future, do you choose to hold this perfected alignment of time and space? Time and space. That's what the cross actually is about. Balance. Within your heart, with this dashboard, perfect alignment. So each of you is making your commitment, your yes. Take a nice deep breath and we say, then it is done, it is so. So I will close this meditation by reminding you to take some time for reflection. Sometimes people have a little journal nearby, or perhaps you'd like to even draw your body, the dashboard, the grid, and how it goes right through your heart. Just something to help, to be a touchstone as you go back out in life and things come in to grab your attention. Got that picture. That's who you really are, and that's how you're operating now. So many blessings. Remember to put the golden resilient egg around your entire body so that you're holding this in and percolating as the outside world goes on with its journey. Okay, so at this point I stop the recording and we will have discussion and say hello, see who's here, and question and answer, etc.